Welcome back to our kitchen. I'm about to redeem myself on a video I did here a while back with my Cajun stuffed bell peppers. I mean, they was good, but with the yellow rice, it just didn't look as appetizing as it would if it was done correct way, like I normally do with white rice. So we're gonna try this dish again tonight, and I'm gonna do the same way pretty much I did the other day. What I have here is 4 bell peppers cut open with everything taken out, 1 large onion, 1 bunch of green onions, some Italian breadcrumbs, and 1 tomato. And I got 1, 2, 3, 4 bell peppers right now. I'm about to put in the oven on broil. What we're gonna do is we're gonna boil these up, roll these up until they char a little bit on tops, and then we're gonna take them, we're gonna peel them. This is what our sauce is gonna be made out of. Get that in the oven first. And while I'm at it, I'm gonna go ahead and hit my pot over here on about 6 medium heat, and from there we're going to move over. We're going to go ahead and take care of our rice. What I have here is 2 cups of rice, and on cold water what I do, it's up to you. Most people rinse their rice. I prefer the starch in the rice. I'll leave it on there because whatever's in there anyway is going to cook out anyway. So, but that's up to you. That's the Louisiana thing. We never rinsed the rice when I lived over there. And what you want to do is you want to measure the water up to your index finger. Yep, top of your index finger. That right here. And that's it. And from there, if you don't add salt right now, it's hard to get the seasoning in the salt in the rice. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a pinch of salt in there. And we'll get our rice going here. You can cook it all together at Boudin. Normally when I'm out cooking outside, when we're doing a large amount, I'll do it that way right there. And we're gonna hit that to cook. This is the easy way out right here, but like I said, we're making a lot of Boudin, we're making sausage and stuff. Normally then I will do everything outside. I have a big cast iron pot, but that's a winter month dish, and I'm not sitting out here in this heat doing this. And over here to our pot right now, we're heating up right now. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to add a tad of avocado oil in here to brown that meat in. And this is one of my favorite pots to do it in. This pot right here is a lot older than me, and it's my favorite pot to cook in. This was my grandmother's mother's pot, I believe. From what I understand, it was out laying in the yard when I first got it, full of rust. And it's sentimental to me. I mean,
so that would make her your great-grandmother?
Yeah. And it's very, very sentimental to me. And like I said, I love to cook in this pot right here, but it was full of rust when I got it. And I've turned it around, and it's my favorite pot to cook in. Not too many people get to cook in this pot. My wife's the only one, pretty much. I don't let anybody else touch it. But what we're going to do right here is we got the pot heating up right now. We're going to add 3 pounds of ground meat to this. And this is 80-20. And what we're going to do now is we're going to get this cooked up. I'm gonna do that here in a second. But if you cook like we do, this little tool right here is handy when you're doing ground meat. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna break all this up. And after I get it broke up, the only thing we're going to add right now is some salt and pepper to it. Our seasoning will come later. But for right now, just to get some seasoning in that meat, a little bit of salt, about a teaspoon, and black pepper.
teaspoons.
Oh, yeah. And one to go on. Can't over season Boudin. Once that rice goes in there, it takes a... Once you're gonna have to have more seasoning, because if you don't, that rice absorbs a lot of seasoning when you're cooking with it. So you think you're putting too much, but that rice takes a lot of seasoning away from it. But what we're gonna do now is we're gonna cook our ground meat, and as soon as we get this cooked down, we'll get back with you. Next step we're coming up on right now, our ground meat is just about completely cooked, but our peppers in the oven are smelling so good right now. They have come to a good roast, and we're about to pull them out right now so we can get them steaming. They smell so good though. And this is what you want them to look like when you get to this stage right here. Good and roasted. So what we're gonna do now, we're gonna let these cool for just 1 second while I go ahead and add the rest of my stuff to my pot over here. And like I've said in the past, winter months we make boudin a lot, but it's an outside thing, and right now it's just too hot to stand over a pot out there and cook boudin and liver and all that, cook everything down, because my wife will not let me cook liver in the house. And Miss Savoy, everything I've had from her business in Louisiana is amazing. What we're gonna do is add 1 tub of that to it. It has liver, everything else that boudin has in it, so, and it's already pre-made for you. And next of all, what we're gonna go ahead and add, we're gonna go ahead and add our onions to it too. Our 1 large onion and our green onions. We'll just throw all that in there. And bell peppers. There's no bell peppers in there. Green onions are in there right now.
Oh, okay.
No bell peppers. Just green onions and yellow onions. And we're gonna do is we're gonna mix this up real well. And this is gonna have to cook down for a while. Now we'll get all this mixed together real good. And once I get it mixed together real good here in a second here, I'm gonna go ahead and season it up. And this next step is going to...
If your rice is done, you want me to turn it off?
Yes, you can turn it off. Just cover it. And the next step we're going to do, we're adding my homemade seasoning to it, my Cajun seasoning. You can use whatever Cajun seasoning, or you can use whatever seasoning you like in it, you know. This is just what we prefer. Like I said, it don't have all the salt in it that the other Cajun seasoning does, so. And we did add salt to it in the beginning for when we add the rice. So, if you want to take a look at this now, what it looks like right now at the moment. Like I said, all these onions and these green onions are going to have to cook down now. So it's going to be probably about 15, 20 minutes up to 30 minutes for this ready to do the next step. So, but next off, we're going to move back over here to the table right here. We got that going. And we're going to put these bell peppers in this bowl right here. And we want these to sit here and steam for at least a good 15, 20 minutes. And after we get them all in here, what we're going to do is we're going to cover this with some cellophane to hold that steam in here. And once this sits for about 15 minutes or so, we'll get right back with you. You can see it's steaming up already. And what that's going to do is going to help these skins come off these bell peppers so much easier. Right, now we're moving on to our next step. What we're going to do is we're going to add a half a stick of butter to my Magnolite pot over here. And we're going to put this on 6 right now and start heating it up. And back over here, what I have is I have a bowl of red onions that we have cut up already. We're going to be using to make our sauce with. And what we're going to need for that sauce, we're going to need red onions. We're going to need garlic. And this is the one that we just got to dehydrating out of our garden.
I didn't dehydrate it.
No, I mean, cured it out of our garden.
Guys, y'all look at that. That's 1 clove.
Yeah. We will be growing again this shit next year. This is amazing. how big it come out. It's just, I've never seen garlic this big before in a single clove. Have you?
Well, last year. They weren't that big, though.
Oh, it wasn't near this big last year. But we ended up ordering this off the internet and to plant, and I think from now we're going to be doing that every year. We're going to stop planting that other stuff we've been planting. Now we're not going to need near this much garlic, but it's so much stronger than the other garlic, so you got to be careful how much you put of this in there.
You might just need a quarter of it.
I am.
So that's like 3 meals right there.
Yep. And also we went out to our herbal garden. I picked some fresh basil, couple jalapenos, and some fresh parsley. I mean, that's gonna be way more than enough right here. Putting more than this right here, it's gonna be too potent.
He's very funny.
Yeah. And after our butter melts over here, we're gonna add our onions in right off the bat. And we'll cook them down until they're translucent. And I'm not worried about cutting it too small, because what we're going to be doing here when we get done getting all this made up, we're going to be using our stick blender to mix all this together. And if you don't have one, you can always use a regular blender. It does the same thing. And I'm going to need another spoon. And while I'm waiting on this to heat up right now, what we're going to do is going to move over to the sink right now. And I'm going to add some cold water to them bell peppers we've been having sitting here. What we're going to be doing the next step is we're going to be removing all the skins from it. And if you can see, skin just pretty much just come right off when you let it sit there and steam like that. And we don't let anything go to waste in our house. We save pretty much everything. All of our peels and everything goes in our mulching bin out there. And it adds to our garden. Yeah.
I'm just slipping right off, baby.
They're just slipping around. Look at that.
A lot of times we just give this to our chickens, huh?
Yeah, yep. It just comes right off here. That steaming, and then the cold water helps a lot too. It will take a little bit of the flavor away, the water will, but not enough to notice.
I want to empty that and add some more cold water to it, babe.
It's good.
When you finish with that one.
Yeah, I will. See, this layer is already done already. All the skin's off of it already. And I'm gonna walk over here real quick and check. And our butter is melted down now. So what we're gonna do now, while we're de-skinning these tomatoes, we're gonna go ahead and add our onions in and start sauteing them. We will not be adding our garlic in at this time right here, because if you add garlic too early, it will burn. And garlic burnt don't taste too well.
Or your herbs.
All my herbs, yes. All that'll come in a few minutes. We'll get this right here going for right now, and then we'll go ahead and give this a stir while we're at it too. For something that stinks so bad when you first start cooking it, once you get it down to right here, it's just so much different. Once you get all your, yeah. Most people don't realize when you're eating boudin that you're eating liver and gizzards and all that other stuff right there. And all that's into play when you're cooking that.
Which I don't like normally.
Yeah. But with the flavoring and everything else you do to it, it's pretty good. Now we're going to move back over here. We're going to finish peeling our tomatoes, and what we'll do is we'll get back to you once we get, bell peppers till we get to this process. Thank you.
You want to empty that and refill it with cold water?
You can.
It would help you a lot.
I'll do that right now. Look at this. Just comes right off.
Just continue feeling, babe.
All right, we're to our next step now. Our onions are sauteed down. Next step we're going to do, we're going to add our garlic in right now next. And we'll cook that in right now. And while we're doing that right there real quick, I'm going to go ahead and cut up this basil and this parsley and these 2 little small jalapenos I picked tonight.
Or
I don't-
cutting them. You don't have to cut them.
I don't have to cut them, but I'm going to just chop.
Did you get those flavors released?
I did. Even though I know we're going to be emulsifying this, and we don't like things too spicy, so I'm going to pull some of these seeds out real quick too. We have not had too good of a year on our jalapenos this year.
I haven't had a good year on anything.
No, it's just been the weather.
You got too hot,
Yeah,
too quick.
yeah. But the rest of it right here, I'm not going to worry about, like I said, because once we get all this in here, we're going to be emulsifying it down. So you'll see what that step right there is. And while we're waiting on this garlic right here to cook down, I'm about to shut our fire off on our boudin mixture, and we're going to add our rice to it next. So it can start cooling. All right, our rice is done. And we got plenty of moisture in here, so. And if you do see this bowl over here, y'all know my son can't eat white rice, so tonight he's just going to be having the boudin mixture stuffed in the pepper.
Which he already knows.
Yeah. What's that?
Did you add more seasoning to that?
No. I hadn't had to yet. Just look how pretty that looks.
That just smells delicious.
And I realize this could be way more than enough for 4 peppers. But you can,
The chickens will appreciate it.
well, I realize that. I'm just saying we'll appreciate it too, because you know how we are. It don't have to be in the pepper to eat this. It's kind of like a rice dressing mixture too. So you can have this as a side dish if you have extra, you know. And you can buy Boudin already made in the store and make this dish right here. But the thing of it is, if you do that, it's dry. You don't have the moisture that you have when you make it yourself. You control the moisture because you don't want it dry. But that's the perfect consistency to me right here. I'll give it a little shot. Sauce ball. Oh yes, yeah. It's very good. Now we're just gonna let this cool down. And we're just about to the next step over here. I said you don't want that garlic to cook too long because you don't want it to burn. And our next step is we're going to be adding these tomatoes in here. And we're going to start cooking them down. Bell peppers, excuse me. We got them all peeled right now. We're going to add them to this right here now. Get it out of there. I'm going to add that to it next. Get that all mixed in here. And we'll add our herbs in next, which is that's basil, jalapenos, and parsley. And I am going to go ahead and add a little bit of seasoning to that too, my homemade seasoning right here to this. You gotta have that seasoning in it. And we're going to let all this marry right now till it smothers down. Okay. And that's got to cook down for a few minutes, and then we'll add our stock to it. We'll get right back with you in just a second here with the next step.
What kind of stock is that?
That's chicken stock.
Where'd that come from?
That was our dinner from the other night. So we don't waste anything around here when we make our dishes. We made a bunch of chicken stock, and this will be canned up, put on our shelf for next time we need chicken stock.
Chicken spaghetti.
Chicken spaghetti. So
How did that go?
it went amazing. Everybody enjoyed it at work. So we're going to have a video on that coming up Wednesday. If y'all want to see how to make a chicken spaghetti like we do, it'll be posted Wednesday. Now what we're going to do, we got our bell peppers sauteed down right now with the onions and all of our herbs and everything. We're going to be adding our homemade chicken stock to it. And we're going to probably put at least 2 of these to it. Maybe a tad more. And we're going to let this come back up to a boil, and we're going to let this cook for a little while now. And once we get to that next stage right there, we'll be blending it down to get the consistency we want for our sauce. Alrighty, we're to our next step now. Our bell peppers and our onions and everything, and our peppers and everything are cooked down. If you don't have an emulsion blender, it ain't no big deal. If you have a blender, you can also just pour this into a blender. They'll do the same thing. We're going to blend all this up real quick. And it'll take a minute.
That's hot.
Sorry, baby.
You're good. You get your spatula.
Okay.
Oh man, that was hot.
Sorry, baby.
That's why you don't want to use it.
I know. Alrighty. Now we got all this right here blended up.
Oh, look at the mess my husband made.
I made a mess, but for good food, sometimes you gotta do that. And this is gonna be our sauce that our bell pepper is gonna be served in.
You can pull it back over.
And yes, I will be cleaning this mess, not my wife. And now what we're gonna do now is we're gonna add our secret ingredient right here, heavy whipping cream.
It's probably like a quarter cup to a half a cup.
Yep. I'm gonna stir it and see what it looks like, and
Turn it off.
I'm gonna let this thicken up. And like my wife said, now we're just gonna turn this off here in a minute. We're gonna let it thicken up. I'll let it heat up a little bit first. Once it gets to a simmer again, then I'll shut it off. And our sauce will be done. We'll let it simmer first before we turn it off. So we can clean it up. And we're gonna move over here right now. We're gonna go ahead and stuff our bell peppers. And before we do that right there, I've already had one done right now because my son, like I said, cannot eat white rice. So this one right here is just stuffed with our mixture right here. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna add our cheese to our mixture we have over here before we stuff our peppers. And we're gonna use all that goodness. And I know it's a lot, but it's not, because like I said, we'll use it for different things during the week. And what I'll do is I'll move this over closer and we'll mix all this together. Mix all this cheese in with this Boudin. And the next step will be stuffing these peppers right here. And we will be packing them as much as we can in these peppers. Pack them all the way down. And one thing I forgot to do real quick, I'm gonna step away just for a second. I gotta get my oven heated up to 350 over here. This will be cooking for 1 hour. I said, you want to stuff these completely though, because they will cook down some. And none of this will go to waste. Can't go wrong with Boudin.
You can forever make a bread and just roll it up
Oh yeah.
in that bread. That's what I was thinking.
Or tortilla even.
No, I think I'm gonna Boudin bread.
I'll do that too. And what we're gonna do next, now that our peppers are stuffed here, we're gonna take and we're gonna put some breadcrumbs on top of it. These are our homemade breadcrumbs right here, our Italian breadcrumbs. And that's gonna give us a nice little crisp on top of it when it cooks.
And this is the last thing we do before we put them in the oven.
Besides the tomatoes.
His is sent over, so we'll be able to tell.
Yeah, that's Chad right there.
That's my son's. The big hunting thing. So we're gonna put this in the oven for 350. Nope. That's to dress it.
We're putting this in the oven for 350 for 1 hour. And we'll let you know the results and the finished product. All right, we're on our last step right now. The sauce is just now completed. And it smells amazing. And now the next step we're gonna do, we're gonna add this to our bowls right here. Our dipping sauce for our I'm gonna put just a tad bit on top right here.
So this one is our
This-
son's.
Chaz does not have any rice in it because, like I said, he don't eat the white rice. But tonight,
That's pure protein.
and there's our finished product. And now, I'm gonna move mine over here. And you know what I'm about to do? I might take a little taste of this right here and see how it come out. Which is I already know how it come out. Just
Smells amazing.
sauce ball shop. It's amazing. Oh yeah. And that sauce to go with it just makes it so much better. Oh yeah. If you want to try something amazing, if you like stuffed bell peppers, try this one. And I really think you'll enjoy it. And we'll see y'all next time. Peace, love, and we'll see y'all next video.
God bless.
God bless y'all.